Yo, what's up guys? Today we're gonna remake Marshmallows together. So let's get right down to it. We got kick and a snare, sounds like this. Just like that. And next thing we're gonna do is get the bass, and then we're gonna do the lead and some background atmospheres. And one of the cool things about this drop is the lead actually has a little bit of vibrato automation, so you're gonna learn how to do that. The synth we're gonna use today is we're gonna use a little bit of Sylenth and a little bit of Serum. We're gonna use Serum for the bass, and for the lead we're actually gonna use Sylenth. And there's a reason for that, and we'll get to that. But let's just get to the bass first, because I like bass. I like doing bass first. It gives you that nice foundation, like, you know what I mean, man? So let's go ahead and load up some diode with a little bit of post EQ. And our first note, we're going to load up down here. Nice. Let's keep this moving. Don't forget, guys, we got the EDM masterclass in the description. Oh! And the sounds of the future, which is 130 sounds of futuristic EDM / future bass presets for XFER Serum, 15 of which are vocal chops for with the female voice. I was actually off. I just referenced. Do that. And then on this one, I think there's like a little skip right there. Just like that. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and layer this bad boy up. There's some kind of, you know, moving bass line that's kind of on top of that sub bass line. It kind of sounds like it would be like a dubstep growl, but it's just kind of stretched out. But we're not going to go that hard with it. We're just going to do something simple like this and like pray and hope it works. But this is really just for maybe like a placeholder for now. So then you get something like that. Cut the lows out. Why? Is this seems like a little. Oh yeah, it is. We gotta take this off. That's why. There we go. I was like, sounds like there's a filter on here. And then let's go ahead. We're getting some feedback up here that I don't like. And then let's come down here and find another sound that we can kind of mix in with this and keep it moving. Let's go ahead with a square. And the purpose of this layer here is gonna keep it with that like moving sound. So if you listen very closely, that bass line is like it's like moving all over the place and, you know, phasing from ear to ear. So I'm gonna try to implement that little effect there. Let's go phaser, and we'll get a little bit of phaser on there. So this one's too low, this note. And let's go ahead and cut this off. Alright, so let's keep that for now. And next thing we're going to do is come into the lead and make that crazy lead, man. So what you're hearing with that lead is you're actually hearing a square-based lead. So the basic waveforms, you have saw waves, sine waves, triangle waves, pulse waves, noise waves, and yeah, I think I just named them all. These quarter pulses and half pulses are just versions of a pulse wave. But of these major waveforms, the pulse wave would be the one that we're going to use for this lead. And we might need to go ahead and add a little bit of a layer of a saw wave, but we're just going to work that one in a sec. So let's go ahead, load up the voices here, and turn this on just to chop the top a little bit. Alright, so there we go. We got the lead there. Now let's go ahead and start writing this lead, but I'm going to go ahead and drop some reverb on here, just so we get that nice ambience, that nice feeling. We need that feel-good factor in there while we're writing this lead, because it can lead to inspiration, you know what I mean? Alright, let's go. Woo-wee. Do-do. Alright, there we go. And then we can run this out to here, run this out to here, and then we're gonna get tricky with this lead. Alright, we're gonna learn some crazy stuff with this lead, guys. We're gonna do a vibrato, and we gotta make it bend, and we gotta add a little bit of juiciness to it. And let's go ahead and make this bend. If you're working in Serum, what you would do is you would go down to the same bottom right corner, turn your portamento speed up, and click in mono legato. And then you will make your notes overlap. Oops. Just like that. Let's go ahead and low cut this. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some delay to this just to make it all the more fancy. You can never ever skimp on fancy. So let's get it. Let's turn that off, this on, that on. We got our ping pong delay on, which means when this delays, which means echoes, it's going to echo in the right ear and it's going to echo in the left ear, and then it's going to go bang, 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 bang until it goes away. So that sounds like this. Hear it? Did you hear that echo? It's called a ping pong delay. And that is the reason I purchased H delay rather than stuck with Logic's delay system, because Logic's delay doesn't do that. Doesn't have a nice ping pong delay at all. So what I'm going to do now, the tape delay actually kind of does though, but there was a reason I don't use that delay, and I actually forget that reason. Let's go ahead, add some OTT. This is like a touch up. I shouldn't be doing this right now. I should do this later, but I'm going to do it now. Okay, now we're going to do the special part. The part that you probably don't know how to do. And if you do know how to do it, you know, go ahead, pat yourself on the back, because you know how to make some crazy vibrato with a synth. Vibrato is easy when it's done with your mouth, but when it's done with a synth, it's not that easy. We have to set the rate to a rate which would sound good. Now, since we're remaking a drop, we have to use the same rate that he used, which is 1/16, most likely. Yeah, that would be it. Alright, and let's nudge this a little bit right here, and then let's turn the gain down to 0, because what we're going to do with that gain is we're going to modulate it. So let's come down to here, and we're going to modulate these long notes, these long boring notes, to sound really fancy with vibrato. That's what you would do in any song. Good if you're an expert producer, or if you're a beginner producer, you would use the same practice here. These long boring notes, you have to do something interesting with them, or else they're just gonna sound boring. I hear that a lot. I hear it done a lot. Let's go like this. Do 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 do. Oh, Mellow Gang, baby. I never went to a Marshmello show. Comment. Let me know in the comments. Have you been to a Marshmello show? And how was it? Is it really all children? I heard once that, like, if you go to a exclusively Marshmello show, there's gonna be a lot of kids there, like young kids, which is cool. I mean, inspire the youth. But I do know there's always like a lot of drugs at raves and shit, so it's kind of scary. Bang! Yo, there we go. Ready? Listen to this. There you go, guys. That's how you do that crazy lead. Now let's see. Can we add anything else to this? Of course we can. We're not done yet. Oh, all we got is a snare and a kick. You can't win anything with just a snare and a kick. Well, actually, you know, to be fair, there are drops out there that start out with just a snare and a kick, but they have a bunch of other layers. We need other layers. Obviously, we got a layer. We need some background chords, and we need a open hi-hat. So let's do this. This is like a Marshmello signature right here. Ready, dude? Yeah. That sounded good. I know. So let's go like this. This is like such a Marshmello. I remember in Marshmello Alone, this was like what I heard. The first thing I heard, I was like, shit. A loud, obvious open hi-hat and nothing else. Subscribe for Marshmello, baby! Especially if you're new here. Let's go ahead and drop some impacts. Oh, fuck me, man. Let's go studio sounds. Yeah, basically, yeah. I've been using the same impact lately. I'm so boring, man. But let's go ahead and grab a pad sound. Now, instead of just designing this sound, because we've already designed a couple sounds, I'm going to use a sound bank. Just for quickness, I'm going to use Sounds of the Future. Wow. Let's go. If you guys want this sound bank, by the way, it's available at elektronsound.com. Oh, that sounded hot. And what I'm gonna do with this, and these are just basic sound. The pad I'm gonna use is, I'm aiming for like a basic pad sound. So if you don't have Sounds of the Future, obviously you probably have access to something similar than what I'm gonna use. Similar to what I'm gonna use. Alright, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's take these, and here's where this drop gets weird, because I don't hear much harmony at all when it comes to where these chords are supposed to go. So this might be just kind of like a little extra thing, but let's just do it anyway, because we've already talked so much about it that we gotta just get to it, you know what I mean? That would be a nice harmony right there. Now, I don't know what the chords are because I honestly can't hear them, but I could hear something going on in the background. Yeah, I like those. I like those. Alright, so you know, we're going to use them. We're going to use them. So I'm not Marshmello, but so I don't gotta do exactly the same thing, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get something more like static. Yeah, like something like this. And let's take this whole thing. Okay. A couple more things we gotta do. I just refreshed, listened to the original, and what else is going on in the background is some blazing white noise, that's for sure. So we gotta set up some white noise, and this is gonna create like a dominant sound on the higher frequencies. And the reason people do this is it complements really well with a thick bass line, which in this case we have a really thick bass line. So let's go ahead and throw this in. Just like that. And at this point, realistically, where you would go from here, I think, in my opinion, is add a couple more things like impacts in the background. Obviously, mix it down really super well, and you'll get that like kind of big sound that the original actually has. So the reason this one doesn't sound good is because it's not mixed. There's no direction on anything. There's no position on anything. And so like if you want to learn mixing, that's where you would take a drop like this to the next level. If I wanted to mix this down, it would take me the next 2 hours to get it sounding perfect. So I can't actually record that because it would take too long. Nobody would watch it. But I made the drop for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed that lead. That lead was really sick. And there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And leave your comments in the comments section below. Let me know what you think.